The rain in Spain stays mainly in the...
Step by step through the sun and rain, over mountains, across the plains. WCBH is on the go. Join us as we walk the Camino.
Good morning, it's day 46. It's the penultimate day, 20 kilometres from Arzua to O Pedrouzo. It's a wet day. Looks like this rain has set in for the day, so another test that's been thrown at us. Last night, our building continued to shake every time a truck went past. Made it for an interrupted night of sleep. But anyway, we're up, we're on the trail, 20 kilometres to go today, and then 20 kilometres to go tomorrow. So we're here at O Pedrouzo, 20 kilometres left to go until the finish line, until we make it to St. James Cathedral. A wet, cold day, really, because of the weather. I just wanted to get those kilometres done today. We did stop at around about at the 12-kilometre mark. We timed it quite well, where we did sort of 12 kilometres, stopped and had lunch, a hamburger, and then we'd broken the back of the day, so we had 8 kilometres to go, and we thought we might walk for about sort of 5 or 6 and have a break, but in the end we just powered on because we're all a bit wet and cold, wet socks, and the water had snuck through your rain jacket into your shirt and all of that, so it was nice to get to our accommodation, and a beautiful unit with bay windows. Lots and lots of natural light that comes through. Nice hot shower. Nice to get to the accommodation this afternoon and have a hot shower. So one day to go. I hadn't shaved since we left Darwin, which was 21st of February. Until yesterday, I had to do something on Zoom. So what was yesterday? The 13th of April. So it required a pack of razors to get through all of that. But that's done, and I'm looking forward to a haircut possibly tomorrow or the day after when we're in Santiago. But with one day to go, how are you feeling? You're just feeling like you just want to get it done?
I do, but I was getting really excited this afternoon, particularly when the way markers were showing the distance as we're coming down below 20. It was getting really exciting, and it was wet and cold, and I thought at the start of the day I was like you, I just want to finish this out, but I'm excited today. I don't know what it is. Maybe because the rain lifted a little bit towards the end. At the start of the day I was like, just need to get this done. But I think the weather really does impact your mood and how you feel during the day.
I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm excited that we'll make it to St. James and that it'll be a huge accomplishment, and I'm looking forward to, we were speaking today, do we get up really early, almost like Christmas morning, do we get up really early and leave early and get there early? But no, we've still got a full day ahead of us tomorrow, but I imagine if we can get out the door by 8:30 tomorrow, or 9 o'clock, which is our usual, maybe 9:30, depending on if we stop for a coffee. We should be getting it to St. James probably 3 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe about that time.
But what's exciting is I thought today was going to be about 2022, and it wasn't. And I thought going to Santiago was going to be, we're going to have 2022 as well, but it's not. It doesn't sound like much, but it's actually just below. It's around the 18-kilometre mark.
Yeah, we left with the way marker showing 38 today, and I think it's at about 18 now, so just under 20. When we get there, what are you going to do?
Well, I was thinking about that. I think to finish, it's a bit like a kid. You got to touch the cathedral. We're all going to touch the cathedral, go in and say a prayer. We've done that in many of the churches, but I would like to stand outside and just see the pilgrims come through and see who we recognise. Like, there are a few people that started in Saria that we've seen each day and we've said hello to, which has been nice, but people from way back, are they, behind us or in front? Because last time we did that, we had an Italian family that came through the day after us, and we enjoyed, just seeing the joy in their faces as they came through. So I'd like to do that as well.
I hope it's sunny so we can sort of bask in some sun out the front of the cathedral. I'm planning to throw out a lot of gear. The shoes, gone. The socks that I've been wearing, I've been washing, but I've been wearing a fair amount. I think they're gone. I've got a whole sticks, gone. A whole range of things that...
Gloves, gone.
One set of gloves, the big gloves, the running gloves I'll keep. It could be cold in Madrid, but yeah, I plan to jettison a lot of the first aid kit, gone.
My backpack, gone. It wet me today. It's done 2 trips of the Camino, so it's gone.
Is it too early to ask you, have you had a Camino epiphany?
No, I haven't had a Camino epiphany. What has amazed me is, I think you've said this many times, is you look at 20 kilometres and you go, yep, that's easy, done. And we do it. We're really strong towards the back end, like 7 kilometres, bang, we're gone. And we keep stride and we get it done. And that's really surprised me. The other thing that surprised me is how quickly the kilometres have come down. Like we started at 790 and then I think once we reached halfway, it has just flown.
Tomorrow's day 47. Part of me feels like that has flown by really quickly. You know, it's not quite 47 different accommodations because you had the odd rest day, but it's close to 45, 44 different accommodations, 44 different 545 days of walking, the lowest day being 12 kilometres, I think, the biggest day being 25 kilometres, but pretty much every day has been approximately 20 kilometres. 20 kilometres, that's significant. Like that's nothing to sneeze at. That's more than a city to surf. And so now we look at 20 kilometres and think, oh yeah, that's an average day. That will be fine. We'll lose all of this conditioning, I'm sure, within a matter of weeks.
Yeah, but it is. I think you can surprise yourself of what you're capable of. Like there are people around us who are like, "Oh no, I'm doing 30K. This is early on," and we're like, "Oh wow, that's huge." Like you can do the distance if you put your mind to it.
Yeah, building up the conditioning didn't take too long. 790 kilometres is so massive, but just that concept of chipping away at it.
Yeah.
That's obviously worked. It's been interesting how the mind, the psychology behind things where you think, oh, it's an easy day, but it actually turns out to be one of the harder days. Or like you said just before, 20 kilometres, no, it's not 20, it's only 18. And that's going to be, like all those sorts of things, the impact of the weather, how your body knows when tomorrow is a rest day, it decides to throw in a couple extra little niggles, etc. I certainly felt my Achilles today. My hip took a long time to warm up this morning because it was cold. But all those sorts of things. But I think the achievement of just setting your mind to something, chipping away at it, and bit by bit we've got there, that's quite amazing.
Yeah, it is quite amazing. And you're right, the conditioning happens while you're on the trail. My feet haven't hurt at all. Sure, tomorrow will start and that's what will happen in the last 5K. You'll probably feel everything. And I do remember a monster hill tomorrow somewhere. Today, we had how many hills in a row at the start?
Yeah, we did have a lot of hills, and I think tomorrow there's the JP2 statue, and, we go up, and I think it's quite windy there, but touch wood, all of our feet are in remarkably good condition. We haven't done any serious injury. Had the odd little niggle, but as to be expected. So, yeah, fingers crossed we get across tomorrow's line and still in one piece as we are now. I do plan to wear my Australian Kangaroos rugby league jersey as on the final day.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of Australianism there.
Bit of patriotism, yeah. I have an Australian Camino pin that you bought me, so I might wear that. We've seen some people from other countries with their flag, little pins or key rings, things like that.
Yeah, so looking forward to tomorrow. We'll just take it all in tomorrow, and then once it's done, it will be on to relaxing, I suppose.
Yes.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the
Step by step through the sun and rain, over mountains, across the plains. WCBH is on the go. Join us as we walk the Camino.